divide by the same base. Very good. Subtract the exponent. Okay, so I'm not going to write all this out again because nobody does that anymore, nor did they ever do it. So what this really means, they follow the property rules of what we do today, is we're going to take x to the fourth minus the 2 from x squared. And you get 4 minus 2 is 2. X to the eighth, we're going to minus the 5, so we get x cubed. Now, if we have coefficients, what are we going to do? They're just numbers, so we're going to actually divide out the numbers, okay? 4 divided by 2, then we're going to have x to the 3 minus 7, and y to the 6 minus 3. So our final answer. Now, if this doesn't divide out, this happens to divide out to 2. If it doesn't divide out, leave it as a fraction, okay? And we'll get to that in our examples. All right, so 4 divided by 2 is 2. X to the 3 minus 7 is x to the negative 4. And next section, we'll deal with that negative exponent. And y to the 6 minus 3 is y cubed. Okay. So are you ready, kids? Are you ready? All right, number 1. Now remember, you got to use, it's got to be the same base in order to subtract the exponents. All right, x to the, number 1, x to the 8 minus 7 leaves x to the first, or you can just leave it as x. Either way, I don't care. Number 3, my x's, I have x to the 7 minus 2, y to the 5 minus 3, which gives me x to the 5th y squared. Number 5. Now, again, there's nothing I can do with the 2/3. Just going to have to leave it. X to the 6 minus 8. So I have, you could either write it like this, 2/3 x to the negative 2. I would prefer that you would write it as 2x to the negative 2 over 3. Because this is going to be easier to deal with in our next section when we work on negative exponents. You're going to need to put it over the denominator. Okay, number 7. I have 10 divided by 5, x to the 8 minus 2, y to the 2 minus 5. So I have 10 divided by 5 is 2, x to the 8 minus 2 is 6, y to the negative 3. Okay, number 9, I have negative 14/8, x to the 8 minus 2, and y to the 9 minus 11. Negative 14/8. Can't divide it out evenly, but we can reduce this. We divide each one by 2. Let's see, negative 7 and 4. X to the 8 minus 2 is x to the 6. y to the 9 minus 11 is y to the negative 2. Okay, see how I put everything in a fraction form? Number 11, see, I have negative 3 over negative 12, b to the 2 minus 3, and c to the 5 minus 6. Okay, I can reduce negative 3 over negative 12 to 1/4, right? 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 12 4. Negative over a negative is a positive. B to the 2 minus 3, b to the negative 1, c to the 5 minus 6, c to the negative 1. And right now we're not going to deal with negative exponents, so we'll just leave them. Thank you. TJ, you here? Yeah. All right, number 13. 3/4, b to the 3 minus 3, and c to the 2 minus 3. Nothing I can do with the 3/4. B to the 3 minus 3 is b to the 0. C to the 2 minus 3 is c to the negative 1. What's b to the first? B to the 0. It's just 1, so we don't need it. C to the negative 1. I don't trust you guys. Can you see that? I think you can do the rest of the problems. Number 21 through 25 is just a review, okay? Well, I shouldn't say it's just review, but a lot of it is review. Let's do a couple of 21 through 25. 21, I have coefficients, and I'm multiplying the same base. So what do I do with the exponents? Add the exponents. A to the 6 plus 2. 3 times 4 is 12. Guys, turn around, take some notes, pay attention, so that you can at least pass Algebra 1 and get away from me next year. The last thing I want is to see you guys again in my class next year. Good. I hope you do. 3 times 4 is 12. A to the 8th. 23, we have a power raised to a power. We have to distribute, multiply that exponent to every exponent. Okay, so I have x to the 7 times 2, x to the 14th, y to the 5 times 2, y to the 10th, x to the 2 times 2, x to the 4th, y to the 10, I'm sorry, y to the 3 times 2 is y to the 6th. Subtract the exponents. X to the 14 minus 4, x to the 10th, y to the 10 minus 6, y to if there's no exponent there, it's a 1. So I have to multiply every exponent because it's outside parentheses. 6 to the 1 times 3, 6 cubed. P to the 4 times 3 is 12. And Q to the 7 times 3. All right, you guys do the evens for practice work.